So in today's video, I'm going to be talking about one of the biggest lessons I learned at 33 and something that I wish I knew when I was 23 or even 13. So make sure to watch this video. Hey, welcome back to my channel. My name is Kevin. Now, recently I turned 33 years old, and one of my friends, Kenny, he asked me, what's a learning experience that you learned during this birthday anniversary? And it's pretty crazy because I never thought I would really imagine my life at 33. During these last 33 years, and more recently, I moved to LA. I became my dream of a pharmacist, and I eventually left that career to just do digital marketing, high ticket sales, and build up this YouTube channel. And during the process, I got to meet so many great people, so many really great memories here, and I've actually been able to be an entrepreneur. Fitness wise, I've been able to train at the world's greatest gyms like Barbell Brigade and also 10th Planet Jiu Jitsu, one of my favorite places. And not gonna lie, these last few months have been really intense for me. I've been going through the financial ups and downs of being an entrepreneur, and I'm still going through a breakup at the moment. I also in the middle of the process of moving out from LA to go to Las Vegas, and it's really been tough. I never thought at 33 I would be relocating and still be single. For some reason, I always thought I would be married at this point with my kids and all that, but I don't know, maybe it was just living in LA that made that happen. And I was going to do this long drawn out video about, changing your identity, knowing that you can go be a pharmacist one day and an entrepreneur the next day. But that sounded so cliche and corny, and something major happened on my birthday, and it's one of the reasons why I haven't been wanting to shoot any videos whatsoever. And so I wanted to share this really important story. And so something that happened on my 33rd birthday, I'll probably remember for the rest of my life. As you guys know, I love training Jiu Jitsu. I get to train at Eddie Bravo's 10th Planet Jiu Jitsu every single morning, and it just brightens my day up knowing that I get to train at the places where a lot of UFC fighters, they want to go, and I get to see these people every single day if I really wanted to. I remember reading books like Master the Rubber Guard in college and just being like, man, if only I could be in LA and train with Eddie Bravo and at his school. And then the dream actually happened. I actually took a job into pharmacy and got into jiu-jitsu. But pharmacy life made it really, really, really hard to train something like jiu-jitsu. We had really bad schedules and all that. And then something major happened in my life where I lost my job because of this YouTube channel. I'll talk about it in another video. I lost my father, and I felt like my life was spiraling down. I went back to Boston, and after spending a few months in Boston grieving my father and stuff, I came back to LA and I started training jiu-jitsu in the morning again. And that brought so much fulfillment to me. Every single morning I would wake up super excited. I would meet all these cool people and roll with these different people every single morning. And there's something about training where, I don't know, you slap hands and you just go at it, and then, you can just hug each other and dap it up at the end of the day. There's not too many places where you can do that. And especially with things like jiu-jitsu, you're not evaluated by your skin color. No one cares about that. You bet your ass while I'm rolling and trying to get someone in an arm bar, I'm wondering, hey, this person is black, right? Like, no, I'm just evaluating technique of skill and character qualities. And one of these people that I met in jiu-jitsu, his name was Will, and he wasn't the best at jiu-jitsu. Actually, I would try all my experimental moves like Imanari rolls and all that sort of stuff on Will. And due to COVID and stuff, we actually all kind of stopped training for a bit. And we recently had an opportunity to train again. And believe me, when we all met up again to start rolling, it just was so nice to see everyone, including my friend Will. Apparently my friend Will was going through some hard times. He actually lost his father due to COVID, and we were just chopping it up, and I was just saying, man, Will, like let's drill. I remember that morning we're training front headlocks, shooting for underhooks and all that sort of stuff, and I was having a blast. And I remember the next day I saw Will and was just chopping up with him. I was like, yo, Will, it is so great to just be seeing you, my brother, and it's nice training with you. I'm glad that you're back, and I can't wait to see you tomorrow. And he was like, yeah, same, Kevin, it's nice seeing you, bro. And yeah, and so often we just take for granted. We just think that people are going to be in our lives and be there tomorrow. And that's how I spent my birthday morning. But little did I know that Will would later drive himself to the ER. He would have some heart complications, and I actually still don't really know why he passed away. All I know is cardiac related. and he did not survive his surgery, and he actually passed away. He wasn't that much older than me. He was about 41, which is about 8 years older than me. And that day I learned a very, very important lesson. And to answer my friend Kenny's question, it's just like, dude, to appreciate the life stage that you're in with the relationships as well. If you think about it, there was only so many times I could really train with Will. And now today, no matter how bad I want it, I can never go back in time to train with Will ever again. And if you don't train jiu-jitsu, this goes back to all our relationships in life. As much as I want to go back in time and go to a park with my grandma when I was a little kid, we can never do that because 1, I'm not a little kid anymore. 2, my grandma's not here. And there's something about being in the moment, in the present moment, knowing that everything is so temporary in life, which makes everything so special. And more recently, as I've been going through the breakup, I kind of wish that I spent more time with my ex. Maybe it wouldn't have worked out anyways, but I wish I was a little bit less focused on work and spent more time with the people I really loved and cared about. It would have made a real difference, because once those moments are gone, they're gone. You know, another example I always think about is things like pharmacy school. So often, a lot of my friends these days, and believe it or not, pharmacy school was pretty much 10 to 11 years ago, believe it or not. And yes, it kind of sucks studying for exams. Yes, it was like we had to deal with a lot of school bullshit, honestly. But what was really cool about that was that we all had this one shared experience, which brought us so close together. And I'm not gonna lie to you, some of my best friends are still from pharmacy, and we hold a very, very tight bond because we went through the same stuff together. And it makes me appreciate moments when I was an entrepreneur, when I was working in the pharmacy, when I was just networking and coming out to LA. These moments I can never go back in time with. And I think more recently as an entrepreneur, as I'm accumulating more wealth and financial abundance, I'm learning to just appreciate these moments with my friends, because I know that every relationship that comes in my life, it's temporary. There's only 2 ways out. You either choose to sever the relationship, or 2, you unfortunately pass away like Will did. So going forward for myself, every single time I have a big payday, I'm going to be donating more of my money to charities, and also more importantly, celebrating with my loved ones, because, you know, accumulating wealth is really, really fun. I really enjoy it. But also at the same time, money is meant to be enjoyed with other people. We only get this one life, and you know, when people are on their deathbed, rarely do they ever say, I wish I had more money. It's always like, I wish I spent more time with people. So again, the biggest life lesson I learned in my at 33 was just to appreciate the people around us, because everything is temporary as well. And I'm not gonna lie, when Will left us, I started bawling into tears, knowing that, you know, my fellow jiu-jitsu brother is never gonna be stepping in the gym walls ever again. And knowing that the only thing that is left of Will are my memories as well of him and training with him, and all those times where we were laughing when I would shoot it. I would shoot things like an Imanari, and he would be just such a good sport. You know, I think about my experience as well and how much that translates into outside my jiu-jitsu relationships, whether that's being so appreciative of the times with my exes, the times with my friends, the times with the people who are both here and no longer here. Ever since losing Will, I've been waking up every single morning, writing my 5-minute journal, letting people know how much I appreciate them, how much I thank them for just being a part of my journey and just making me happy and just spending their precious time with me. I write out thank you cards. I always have a stack of these, and I send them out to my closest friends, to the people who take the time to help me as well. It's made me a more appreciative person. It's made me, I believe, a better person. And real talk, by doing this, by taking pictures of my gratitude journal and sending it to my friends, there's no better way to spend my time on this planet than doing this. Anyways, if you enjoyed this video, then chances are you'll enjoy my video about attending therapy as an Asian American. Therapy has been something that's been so pivotal to me and has been the biggest game changer in terms of my friend relationships, in terms of my romantic relationships, and helping me process the loss of like my previous ex or my friend who recently passed away. If you want to check out that video, make sure to check the cards. If you made it this far, I just want to say I love you guys who have really invested your most important asset, which is time, with me as well. I appreciate all of you, both whether you're a stranger, if you're a friend, and I'm just so happy to be sharing my 33rd birthday with y'all, even though it's been, my birthday was about 2 weeks ago. So I hope you guys can understand, but just want to say I appreciate all y'all too. All right, take care. Peace.
Dad,
What?
do you think about having a family dinner together right now?
I don't know. Let me think. I think it's good.
Yeah,
It didn't take too long, did it?
it took way too long.
So as I'm going through all my pictures of previous friendships, as I'm going through my pictures with like people like Will, and all the memories I used to have of people like my dad or my previous relationships, the one thing that I'm sorry. I thought this was very important to throw in my video because the one thing that really hurts a lot is knowing that some of these relationships will never come back ever again. And sometimes that's really just hard to accept. And as I'm going through everything right now, it really reminds me not to take everything for granted. So if there's people that you care about, people that you love, make sure to tell them that you appreciate them, that you love them, because one day they might not be here anymore. And I think this is very important to know.